Hey guys, so today I filmed a get ready with me video for this kind of grungy, greenish burgundy eye look. So if you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Alright, to start things off, I'm going to be using Benefit POREFESSIONAL to prime my face. And I'm just going to be putting that in the areas where my pores are, you know, like craters on my face. And it's going to help even out the texture on my face from acne and all that wonderful stuff, you know. Just gonna give it like a smooth surface. Then I'm gonna be using NYX High Definition Eyeshadow Base, and this is just gonna obviously act as an eyeshadow base. It's also gonna help my shadows to, you know, stop creasing and make sure that they don't fade throughout the day. Especially because the thing I'm using first is the Flower Color Play Cream Eyeshadow in the color Awesome Blossom, and it's a really great kind of shimmery burgundy kind of plummy shade, but it's really a wet consistency, and if I don't prime my lids, it creases almost immediately. So with the primer, it definitely makes it last longer and it stops it from creasing. And because it is such a wet consistency, it's really easy to blend out. I'm using my finger and applying it with this brush and then blending it out with like my pinky, and that just softens all of the lines. It's a great, I really like these products, but like I said, they are very wet, and I find that they do have a tendency to crease, so I will be using a powder product on top of that. Blend, blend, blend. I could use a brush for this, but I just like the way it looks with my pinky. I think it gets a softer line without like losing any of the actual product. And I'm just creating a sharper edge. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to be using is Makeup Geek's pigment called Insomnia, and it's supposed to be a dupe for MAC's Blue Brown. If you don't have that and you're a cheap bitch, just go to Walmart and pick up Wet n Wild's Comfort Zone palette. That bottom one is going to give you the same effect. And I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Makeup Lock and Seal to apply that as like kind of like a foiled effect. You could use it dry, but I prefer the kind of metallic effect that foiling gives it. And I'm just going to be applying that all over the lid in the same place that we put the Flower Cream Eyeshadow. This color is really unique. It looks kind of green, kind of teal, kind of blue, kind of brown, kind of red, kind of burgundy. And when you blend it out, it loses kind of all of the green and blue, and it just gives you that kind of browny red. So it's a really interesting, unique kind of color. Alright, to darken up the edges, to darken up the outer V, I'm going to be using MAC's Deep Damson. You know, it's like it's my everyday fucking shade. It's the same color I'm using on my eyebrows. It's it's the best worst color I've ever bought. And if you own it, then you know what I'm talking about. It's a fucking worst texture. But I still love it, so I'm still gonna use it, and the color is great. I just wish that they would improve the formula. And then I'm going into my Mega Pro palette, and I'm gonna be using Wisteria to blend out the crease. And I'll be lining my waterline with the NYX Wonder Pencil in Light. And that's just gonna make my eyes look wider. I do this like every day. And I'll be tightlining with the IT No Tug Waterproof Gel Liner in black. And of course, I'm going to be using my RIMMEL Glam Eyes on my bottom lashes. And I will be using L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black on my top lashes. And here we go, applying it for, you know, like 170 days. I'm gonna go take a nap, and I'm gonna wake up when we're done, and then continue with the voiceover. Alright, that was a refreshing nap. Okay, so I'm going to be using NYX Dark Circle Concealer in light, and that's just going to brighten up my under eye area. It's kind of a peachy tone, so it cancels out all of the blue, purpley dark circles. Blending that out with my fingers. And today I'm using my COVERGIRL Outlast Stay Fabulous Foundation in the shade Medium Beige. And I'm just dotting that all over my face and blending it out with a beauty blender. Pull back the hairs. And I'm just building it up in some areas where I feel like it needed more coverage. You know. Blend it down the neck. Check your face, girl, check it. Alright, so I have one like major blemish down on my chin. I'm going to be covering up with the e.l.f. Maximum Coverage Concealer in the shade Nude. And I'm going to blend that out with a beauty blender, it looks like. And I will be setting my concealer with the NYX HD Finishing Powder. And this time I used my beauty blender because I've seen a lot of people, you know, do that and they say that they really like it. And I originally liked the way that it applied, but then it creased on me later. I feel like it applies, like, it's weird. It applies too much, but then it didn't do as good a job as when I just apply it with like a fluffy brush. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that again. And like I said before, I'm going to be using that Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, that bottom shade, and I'm just going to be using that on a smudge brush and running that under my on my bottom lashes. And using Deep Damson again, I'm going to be blending that out on the outer third. So then I'm going to be using my Mally Face Defender, and I'm just going to be putting that on the areas of my face where my pores are really large, and that will just help to, again, disguise them and make them look smaller. Next I'm going to be contouring my face and bronzing my face with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And my brush broke. I'm so upset. Then I will be using the Balm In-Stain blush in the shade Pinstripe. It's kind of a plum, purpley kind of shade. And I will be highlighting with the NYX Illuminator in the shade Ritualistic. Then I'm going into the LORAC Mega Pro palette and using the color Opal, and I'm just going to place that in the tear duct to highlight the inner third of my eye. And for a brow bone highlight, I'm going to use the Mega Pro palette and the shade, just the color white, because it's like a matte white. And if you use a light hand, it doesn't go on too opaque, so it's a pretty nice, just matte, basic highlight. Then for my lips, I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm in the shade 225 Sultry. And I really like the shade. It's kind of a dusty rose color. I'm the worst at describing colors, so I don't know why I bother with that. But it's a great, I like it as like just a really kind of, for me it's not super dark, it's like a medium dark fall color. A medium fall color. And it's matte, so you know I love that. Kind of matches my hair a little bit. And I will be setting my face with the NYX Matte Setting Spray. And fluffing out my hair, and then we're done. Alright guys, this is the finished look. Hopefully you like it. If you do, please subscribe. We're going to try to put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And yeah, thanks for watching. Alright, bye-bye. Alright guys, well this is the what? Alright guys, well this is the the fennel look. Yeah, no, this is the finished look. Oh god, get it together.